Alright guys, welcome to the channel again, and I'm here again for some instructive chess games with viewers. So if you are watching, you want to play me, if you're an old viewer here, if you're a regular viewer here, you know the drill. Just send me a 10-minute challenge. Make sure it is unrated and we already have a game. And I'll also be playing in the Untitled Tuesday today. Let's see if I am able to score 10 points. Okay, we are playing the Ohio Sigma guy. Let's go with the King's Pawn opening. And let's see how my opponent is going to respond. Okay, opponent is going for the French defense. And let's do the advanced French. Let's see what opponent knows about it. Opponent seems to know some theory. Let's go here. Let's develop the knight here. Just supporting my center. Okay, I thought my opponent will be keeping this pressure for as long as he can, but he didn't do that. Okay, this evil knight might want to hop in here, so I'm going to play a move like this. My opponent is playing the theory very well, and I'll chop off the knight. Say there, evil knight. Stop that. And so far so good. This is all theory. My opponent actually knows what he's doing in this opening. Let's castle here. I feel like just going here now. That should not be bad. Let's go here. If my opponent captures here, I'm okay with capturing this way. And if my opponent plays that move, that looks move looks interesting. I'm looking for a way to punish the move already. Okay, I think that's a pawn. I think my opponent just gave me a pawn. Or is he a pawn? That's a big question. Question is it a pawn? Because let's say I capture here. That piece is already pinned by the bishop. Oh, so we can't. If we capture here, the piece is already pinned by the bishop. Opponent can just move the queen here, and I'm lost. So we can't really do that. We cannot do that. So what do we do here? What do we do here? All right, we need to develop. Let's develop this bishop here. I'm looking at playing a move like this. Just line up with this this queen. Nick Vicent, finally early to stream. Nick Vicent, happy to see you here. Ahmed, welcome to the channel. Happy to see you here again. Opponent seems to know a few things. Well, not a few things. Opponent seems to know some theory. This game is quite interesting. And opponent lets me move my bishop. If I hadn't moved my bishop, that bishop belongs here. If I hadn't moved the bishop belongs there. But I have moved it. So let's go here now. Looks like we are piling up on this pawn. Okay, my queen doesn't seem to be doing much here. So, and I would like to start an attack on my opponent. So how do we start an attack here? If I push pawn forward, opponent just captures and I have nothing. This queen, I think it's high time I move this queen away from this part of the board. I'm not really sure what the queen is doing there. So let's bring the queen out of, let's move the queen here. Oh, that looks like a well-timed pawn break. Is it well-timed? Let's capture here. I do not expect my opponent to capture here. That's begging for trouble. And let's play a move like this. Is my opponent trying to reroute here? Reroute the rook here. The rook doesn't really do much here. Let's see what my opponent is up to here. The rook can't also move here. That's begging for trouble. And this is my threat. My threat is to hit this queen. And ask the evil queen, yeah, evil queen, don't you think you have been too evil for long? So opponent will likely maybe play a move like this. Or just play some moves that keep this pawn defended. So I was expecting that. Okay. Want to watch out for our opponent's plan. I'm looking at just playing a move like this. That's a very interesting move to me. And looks like that's exactly what I'm going to play. So let's go here. Let's see what my opponent is up to here. Although this is well defended right now, so it's not like I'm winning it. Ooh, I like that move. I love that move. A move like this now comes to mind. A move like this comes to mind. Tactics, tactics, tactics. My brain is just banging. Tactics, tactics, tactics. A move like this comes to mind. Where's my opponent moving this? I do not think this was a very good move, but let's see. I really do not think this was a good move. And that's because the move allowed me to land a piece here or a knight here. So let's go here. Let's see where my opponent is going to move this rook. Let's see where he moves the rook. Okay, now that's a fork, bro. That's a fork. That's why the move wasn't good. It is a fork on the queen and the rook. Opponent has to be very careful where they put this. I have to be very careful where they put the queen. I have to be very careful where they put the queen. The queen has to keep defending this. Else, if I capture here, opponent will be losing material. Or maybe the queen can keep defending this. Wow. The game just ended in tactics. Have you been watching the candidates? I've been watching Gotham Chess Recap. I've not been watching any candidate. I haven't been watching any candidates. Gotham Chess Recap is the way. Opponent is losing material. I think Ohio Sigma, if you ask me, I would say do some tactics. This was a very good game from you. You played very well. But one move cost you the game. This knight sitting here, the knight is being a menace, keeping control of some very important square on the center of the board. By moving the knight here, it just allowed me this. It just allows me a lot of forward moves. And those forward moves just costly. They were just costly. Those forward moves were costly, very expensive forward moves. I could even sack here and then play a move like this, but I think that might not be too necessary. That might be unnecessary. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go for this pin. And this is also under attack. Our opponent is just lost here. And this is also pinned. That is pinned. That's a lot of pins in one game. Alright. Changes nothing. We have to watch out for a back rank. And I do not see my opponent taking any advantage here. And Ohio guy, that was an amazing game. I had only one mistake. One blunder, I think. If you want to play me, just send a challenge. Just make sure it's unrated. Am I having any encoder error? Yes, I'm having encoding overload. Just because I tried to analyze the game. Alright, Cass the Terrible, I'm coming for you. Let's see. I believe my opponent made one decisive mistake. That's what I think. So I want to see if that is correct. I believe my opponent made one. Yes, that was a decisive mistake. That was just a decisive mistake. And the reason it is decisive is because... But wait, I made a mistake. So what was the best move for my opponent here? Oh my god. I got this trapped. Okay. What was I doing? Okay. This was my opponent's decisive mistake. The move just allows me a lot of forward move. And there's a problem here. If my opponent moves the knight here, the rook here, I still have this move. I still have this forward move. And it's going to be a fork and I will be winning this. That's the problem. And if my opponent goes there, I'm still marching forward. And from here it's just straightforward. Let's go. Let's take a challenge here. Yes. How long did it take you to get this good? It took me like 6 years. It took me like 6 years to get to 2-2. Maybe a bit more than 6 years. Might be more than 6 years because I played when I started playing on chess.com. I would say I was already rated around 500. Although still hanging pieces everywhere, but I know a few things about chess. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's keep this defended. and then we castle next. All right, let me castle my king here, and I'm interested in seeing their evil bishop move away and stop being evil. Let's land a check here. I feel like just capturing here, but do I really want to capture there? Maybe not. I probably do not want to do that. Interesting. All right, let's just go back. If my opponent push pawn forward, I'm simply saying be my guest. Be my guest, bro. It's not like the knight can move forward to any of these squares. So I have absolutely nothing to worry about. This is usually a very useful move anytime you are hit with this pin. Because for one, opponent just give up the bishop here. Opponent just gave up the bishop here. Because for one, you are just creating a loft for your king, and in the future, you won't have to worry about any back rank checkmate. And you are also kicking this. You are doing that for free because you are going to be gaining a tempo on this bishop, which is good. Okay, opponent just decided to give up the bishop pair. I'm not sure why. Not sure why you did that. So what are we interested in doing now? Are we interested in checkmating our opponent in 5 moves? Nah. We are simply interested in just finishing our development somehow. Except my opponent just plays straight direct blunder. Maybe some blunder I cannot overlook. I will just proceed with just developing my pieces. Like now my opponent plays this move, and what do we do here? Guys, what do we do here? Whenever you can develop a piece and gain a tempo on your opponent's queen or piece, it's usually good. So we are just going to gain a tempo on this evil queen, saying dear evil queen, you might want to consider your life decisions again. Move away, you evil queen. Now let's finish our development, and I'm okay with what I'm seeing on the board. Let's finish this. Now I'm interested in this. Opponent wanted me to capture here, I guess. Looks like I'm threatening to capture here and capture here, but we do not have that. All right, now what am I doing? Setting up some nasty checkmate here. Although at the moment it doesn't work, but the plan is simple. Capture here and then go there. The opponent plays that move. Not a move I really like. Okay, I feel like just going here. Okay, it doesn't really do anything for me. So let's go back here. Let's see how my opponent responds to this. The good thing, one good thing for my opponent here is that this knight is actually defending this. That's one good thing for my opponent. Knight is defending. Wait, okay. Did I have a sacrifice here? And then a move like this? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So a knight here. I would like to land my knight here. It's taking forever to do that. So let's go here. I'm looking at putting the knight here, trying to gain some tempo on my opponent's queen. Alright, let's go gain some tempo. Let's gain some tempo on the queen, saying dear evil queen, consider your life decisions again. Consider those life decisions again. Opponent has to be careful here. Guys, what do we do here? Opponent just captured here. I would like to capture back. What do we do here? This is called in between moves in chess. Now, because my opponent captured here, the bishop is no longer defending here. So we, instead of capturing here, if we capture here, my opponent will be on time to move their knight or save their knight. So what do? We capture here, and because it comes with check, opponent will have to respond to it. And once they are done responding to it, then we capture here. And just like that, we are up a piece. Just like that, we are just up a full piece. Up a full piece. And the opponent resigns. That's good game. That's good game. Keep the challenge coming. Bro, when did you actually started taking chess seriously? That would be in like 2021. If taking chess seriously simply means playing chess almost every day, that'll be like since 2021. Since 2021, but I was not the guy. I was not that guy that I was studying a lot of chess. I was the guy that was very interested in just playing. Keep the challenge coming, guys. Keep the challenge coming. I'm playing 1, 2, 3 blunder. Let's see what the blunder guy is going to do. Let's see what he blunders here. We have the exchange French on the board. And let's just... Opponent is saying, bro, let's make peace. Let's not go for any kind of... Oh, why did he send me a rated game? Guys, please send me on rated games. I'm not interested in losing rating points to you guys. I am not interested in losing any rating points here. All right, let's keep everything solid. Keep it solid. Keep it solid. If you want to challenge me, kindly make sure the challenge is unrated. Just make sure the challenge is unrated. Unrated challenge is what we want here. A move like this comes to mind as well. Just trying to put my knight here. The knight is just a monster. Knight is just going to be a monster. Okay. Isn't this trapped now? Let's say I play a move like this. What is my opponent playing? This is just trapped. This is defended this way. If my opponent captures here. Ooh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Sadly, it doesn't work, guys. Because opponent has this check. Sadly, it doesn't work. Maybe a move like this would have been good. Maybe a move like that is not too good. Pushing pawn forward here comes to mind. Because why not? Let's continue developing our pieces. Let's see what my opponent is interested in here. Pushing pawn forward, I will do at the right time. That's a move I'm considering. That's a move I'll play at the right time. Yes, yes. Sam says yes. The knight was it was already defending some very key squares. So that knight doesn't need any moving, because moving the knight just allows me a lot of forward move. It allows me a lot of forward momentum, because I just move and move forward, and just like that, your position is no longer what you wish it should be. Let's go for this evil piece. This is defended. I want my queen to be able to access this diagonal, and that's why I'm playing that. So I want to play a move like this. Let's see how my opponent responds to this. If you capture here, I think I can just capture here and then capture here. But then I think I can just ignore and capture here first. Gain a tempo on this rook. If I capture here, okay, opponent plays that. So I'm just going to play this move, I guess. Let's go here. Let's keep this very solid and defended. Ooh, I just blundered, guys. I just blundered, guys. What am I doing? Guys, I just blundered. What do we know about pinned pieces? Pinned pieces do not defend. And if my opponent had found... but the opponent is still threatening to do something here. So in as much as I would like to jubilate, looks like there is no jubilating here. I think I should play a move like this. Keep this defended. I suspect my opponent wants to go for this fork. If I save my piece, what happens here? Or if I save my piece this way, opponent has some nastiness that I do not want to see on this board. So let's say I play a move like this, allow my opponent to go for this fork, and then I just push pawn forward. Opponent captures here, I can capture here. That's a lot, guys. Let's not allow that. That's just a lot. Let us not allow that. Let's not allow the fork. Do you think we can play another one? Yes, I think we can play another one. This guy is giving me a game. The guy is giving me a game, and sadly, the game is rated. I lose to this guy, I just lose 16 points. Please do not send me rated games, please. I cherish my rapid rating a lot. My blitz rating, I've lost a lot of blitz rating. I do not really care about my blitz rating. All right, guys, my opponent had a very strong move here. And which is to capture here. And if I capture here, I just lose this. So that was the strong move. My opponent doesn't go for it. So let's go here now. Let's go here. If my opponent plays this move now, I'm just going to capture here and say GG's. GG's, GG's, GG's. So I feel like just going here, check. That's what I feel like doing. Is that move good? The move is not good at all. Is that a move I would play if this game was not rated? That's a move I would definitely be playing if it was not a rated game. This is why you guys should not be sending me rated games. Sacking here, if my opponent captures here, I come here with a check. If I was playing another 2000 rated player, I would definitely go for it. I would likely go for it. Capture here, opponent captures here. I land a check here. This evil queen is doing a good job defending everything over here. And probably not worth it. It is probably not worth it. Okay, so what if we go here now? Is my opponent going to hit me with a fork? Maybe. Should I worry about the fork? Probably not. So let's go there. Let's see what my opponent is interested in doing here. Maybe my opponent would be interested in piling up on this pawn. Okay, guys. This was my plan all along. Threatening to deliver checkmate here. And I think my opponent can just say GG's here. GG's. GG's. I think it is just GG's now. This is called the lolly's mate. Opponent can sack here. Does nothing. I'm just going to capture here. And all of a sudden, I'm threatening checkmate here. And the queen is under attack. Please, if you are watching, send me unrated challenge only. If your challenge is rated, I'm not going to take it. Okay, opponent captures there. The move does nothing. We are just going to recapture this way. Looks like opponent can capture here. Does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. And if opponent saves his queen, if opponent captures here, do we just capture the queen and we are winning? No. Who wants the queen when there is checkmate on the board? Who wants the queen when there is checkmate on the board? Alright, Nick Vincent, I'll be accepting your challenge next. Guys, just make sure challenge is unrated. Make sure it is unrated. Nick Vincent, I'll be accepting your challenge next. Let's go here. We are going for the Scotch Gambit. My opponent doesn't usually play this very well. Okay, now I think he knows what it... Does he used to play it very well? I think the few times I played it against him, he didn't really play it very well. Alright, let me castle here. Let's see what opponent is up to. Let's see what my opponent is up to here. Maybe I've taken him out of theory and we are no longer in any theory. I can't send because you're in a game. Yes, when I'm in a game, you cannot challenge me. When I'm in a game, you cannot challenge me. Go away. Let's see. Opponent can ignore and just go for this pawn. And that move looks interesting already. But let's see. Let's see what that is going to get my opponent. Let's see where that is going to get my opponent. Yes, when I'm in a game, you cannot challenge me. When I'm done playing, you just send your challenge. Okay, opponent doesn't capture there. I think I'm just going to capture here now. I feel like sacking here. And once my opponent captures here, then I land a check here. Yes, let's sack there. Is it good? It should be good. It should be good. That move should be good. I want to follow it up with this check. Although my opponent can block the check this way, but I do not mind capturing here. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. And if my opponent just, oh yes, I saw that coming. Good thing is getting a pawn here. That's one of the good things here. I'm getting a pawn. Getting a pawn. Just try to create weaknesses. Opponent captures here. I do not mind. That's not a move I am happy to see here. Okay, opponent doesn't capture. Opponent is saying, bro, stop that. Let's try to finish our development before we get ourselves in trouble. This rook is chilling. Opponent's rook is sleeping. What more can I ask for? A sleeping rook. It's a move I like to see. I like to see a sleeping rook. This rook is not doing much. Opponent is trying to bring the rook into the game. Opponent is trying to bring the rook into the game. Let's go for this check. I see my opponent playing a move like this. The good thing here is that while my opponent is busy playing all of these moves, I'll just find a way to bring my pieces into some very active squares. Let's bring this here. Ooh, guys, look at that. I just blundered a pawn. Okay. Let's go up here. Let's go up there. Let's see how what my opponent is going to do here. What is he up to? I shouldn't be making such a blunder. It's too simple for me to be making. My back rank is weak. We need to watch out for my back rank and not get checkmated. Not get hit with some very silly checkmate. Let's go here. Keep that defended. Keep the pawn defended, and I want to move this knight, but I don't really think moving the knight is a good idea. Or where am I moving the knight to? Let's say I move the knight here. Okay, this move is coming to my mind now. Let's move the knight there. We're just threatening to pick up this pawn. This pawn we have an eye on. So let's see how my opponent responds to that. What if I get it with a fork? Okay. That looks like a fork, but it's not a fork. Do you watch Pro Chess? I might have missed your answer. No. I watch Pro Chess when I have the time, especially Speed Chess, the Speed Chess Championship, some of the Speed Chess tournaments that chess.com does. But when it is a 10-minute game, I really don't have the time. I do not have the time to complete a full 10-minute game. Opponent is activating his rook. Very interesting. A move like this comes to mind. What should I worry about? What should I really worry about? I want to go hit this. I want to go and hit that. I will really hit that. I think the answer might be yes, we can. Let's go here. I'm looking at playing a move like this, trying to trap this, but it's not getting trapped. It is not getting trapped. What if my opponent forks me? Hits me with this fork. That's looking interesting already. That's looking interesting, but I am not buying it. That's not a fork I'm worried about. Hit me with the fork if you will. This guy has won a game against me where I was completely winning and I just threw the game. The last game I also played against him, it was a roller coaster of blunders. Guys, keep the friend request coming. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Opponent's pieces are quite active. Pieces are very active. My opponent looking at sacking here. That move does nothing. My opponent looking at playing such a move. A move like this comes to mind. But then my opponent has this evil move. All of a sudden, I'm in trouble. So what if we go here? Looking like we are threatening to capture here. But we are not really threatening to do that. I'm looking at playing a move like this. That's a very interesting move to me. And what is my opponent going to play? Okay, opponent has some choices. Opponent has a lot of choices. And those choices I do not want. What if we go here? Let's go here. I'm hitting this. I'm saying there, evil piece. Please go somewhere. There, evil piece, just go somewhere. A move like this is coming to my mind. A move like that, I do not see what it is doing for me. I do not see what I gain with that move. I want to play a move like this as well, but I'm not seeing what I gain. I'm looking at just playing a move like this. I want to double up on that file, or maybe not doubling up there should be good. When I say that, okay, I'm looking at doubling up on this file. I'm also considering a move like this, but a move like this is chaos. A move like that is pure chaos. I have a lot of hanging pieces. I do not want my pieces hanging. Let's just keep this rook on the back rank. Because if I put it here now, okay, it's not really hanging, but My pieces coordination is not looking pretty, so I'll rather stay away from that move. Let's go for something else. Opponent is playing very well. Our opponent is playing very well. Speed chess championship. I might be looking for a way to trap my queen. Doesn't look like my queen is getting trapped. Maybe I should have put my bishop, my rook here. Maybe putting the rook here, looking at some sacrifices here. But for now, the sacrifice are not really doing anything for me. Can I play that? Okay, I see where my opponent is going with that. See where he is going with that. I see where he's going with that. He's going here with that move. Let's play a move like this first. Let's see what my opponent is up to. My opponent wants to play this move. I want to make sure I just capture here if they play that. But at some point, I have to move my knight. My knight is not a very happy knight over there. That is not a happy knight. So at some point, I have to make the knight happy. Bro, we have a pin. We have a pin, but sadly, my opponent can just step away from the pin. That's the sad part. If I capture here, what happens? I would like to go for this pin. My opponent is going to step away from the pin. I will wish to trade here, but I do not have that trade. I do not have that trade. If I go for this pin, if my opponent panics and play a move like this, that's GG's. Let's give my opponent opportunity to make mistake. Let's give him the opportunity to make mistake. Let's give him the opportunity to make the mistake. Opponent plays a simple move like this, that's GG's. But for now, this is well defended. I have two pieces defending it, so they can just move away. And once they move away, they are threatening to capture here. Yes, he just moved away. Just move the piece away. Let's go here. Let's keep everything defended. But now I'm walking into a pin, and the pin is quite nasty. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that doesn't seem to do a lot for me. Let's go here. Player has a decent position against me, not decent advantage. He has a decent position against me. But I have the time advantage. Ooh. Let's just move away from that chaos. Step away from the chaos. Go grab there. Go and grab there. Let's go here. The guy played a good game. There is no doubt in that. Our opponent played a very good game. So opponent threatening this move. Did I just blunder? I just blundered, guys. I just blundered, but then luckily I think I have this move. opponent should have played a move like this. Is it that move? Yes, and there's a pin on my knight towards this. Opponent is thinking really hard. Oh my god. The opponent found a good move. The opponent found an amazing move, guys. Our opponent found an amazing move. That's really amazing. Oh, shh. The move is quite amazing, guys. But you shouldn't have traded. The bishop belongs on a diagonal like this, and the bishop would be a monster. The bishop would be a monster on that diagonal. But by trading now, the bishop is no longer a monster. My goodness me. This guy is winning against me, guys. The guy is winning against me. The guy is winning against me. Wow. Wow. The guy is destroying me, but it's just going to be GG's. It is going to be GG's. Because he's getting flagged. He is getting flagged. Bro is getting flagged. Bro, you're getting flagged. That was GG's from our opponent. An amazing game. You miss queen to g6. Did I really mean miss queen to g6? These guys are... How are these guys really strong? 1-4. Wow. These guys are really strong. That guy doesn't belong in 1-4. Just need to improve some things in his chess and maybe his time management, and he has no business being a 1-4. Simon, that was an amazing game from you. Nick Vincent is going for some weird line in the French defense. Let's capture there. Let's go here. This bishop doesn't really belong here, but let's see. Maybe capturing here would have been good. Capturing there should be good. Let's go here. Opponent just walked into some very weird variation of the French defense. And if my opponent captures there, that's bad. If my opponent doesn't capture there,